Hello from the Dukascopy TV studio in Geneva. I'm joined today by Gregory Linn. He is an independent consultant in the travel business, and we're talking about the latest trends in leisure and business travel today. Greg, welcome to the studio.
Thanks for having me back.
So you are an independent consultant and have over 20 years of experience, and you have seen the latest fares on the travel business. Can you walk us through the trends in the leisure travel for 2015 and beyond? What's new?
Sure. To start with, I'd like to just reference one of the events I went to, which was the World Travel Market Global Trends Report, which is a trend report that comes out every year from Euromonitor International. And these are a couple of the things I'd like to talk about. First of all, the global trend of online travel, which is developing more and more. That we are now at $590 billion in sales for online travel, which represents 27% actually of the global travel industry. And of that, we should see about 35% of those bookings be mobile in the next 2 to 3 years. So we really see that these are two trends that are continuing, the development of online and of course mobile within that online segment. In the more regional aspects of this, well, maybe to first touch on the wearables, this is also something very interesting. The wearable devices are now more and more developed so that they will probably become mainstream in 2016. We're looking at 9 billion devices for wearables in 2013 and 180 billion million for 2016. So that should make it become mainstream if those figures are respected. And what will they be used for? They will be used for booking, actually not just booking travel. It will be used also for constant reminders of things that they can do and see within their trip itself, or even after their trip. So it'll be a continuous tool that will be used. And one more interesting aspect is in the UK, there's also the rebranding of hostels to be competing with boutique hotels. So they're called poshtels. And that's also quite interesting to keep the cost-conscious consumers also interested in design, but still be able to save a penny and get some nice places to stay. And one more trend I could talk about is the trend in Europe globally of peer-to-peer, of course, with Airbnb and Uber, so forth, but also with eating with locals. So there's sites like you can book a local or eat with, and you go to see people, not necessarily the people you're staying in if you're in an Airbnb apartment, but people that you can actually eat with or meet and go and do things with on the spot.
So you mentioned that 35% of all the bookings might be with mobile devices, so the mobiles are really in the leisure travel segment. What about the business segment? Is it the same thing, that mobiles will be very prominent there?
Of course. Actually, the main interesting factor is that up till a couple of years ago, or even recently, many companies would only allow devices like BlackBerry, which had still have limited numbers of applications. Whereas now more and more, smartphones are becoming mainstream within companies, big and small, and that allows for many more applications to be developed for these bigger sets of user bases. And which means there's applications developed now, of course, for developing networking within events or to prepare for an event, to meet up with the people we want to connect to in fairs, etc. Also, they're used as this is also in the case in the leisure sector. They can be used as room keys. So whether it's wearable devices or online applications, they can be used as room keys to enter your hotel. They can also be used as ways to directly receive within your application all of the different documentation of the conference that you're attending, but right after, so you don't spend your time reading the documentation while the conference is on, but you are sure you're getting all the documentation because it's uploaded to your application as soon as the conference is done. And there's also applications, of course, that help you get your receipts in of all your spending and directly sent to administration to have that reimbursed within the same day.
Everything to facilitate business travel. So what other and further developments do you see in online or in travel in general, with maybe connected with online devices?
Well, definitely the peer-to-peer is here to stay. There's going to be more and more things developed in peer-to-peer services. But there is the other big aspect which has to do with big data analytics, and that's personalization. And personalization is also here to stay, and it's going to be developed more and more, whereas before everything was packaged in a way that it could be used by many. Now everything is going to be done so more and more so that people will have their specific travel arrangements, whether it's for business or for leisure, and that is something that is really going to be interesting to see how the different tools and devices are going to come up with solutions for personalization.
So the idea is not to forget a mobile or a smart device when you are traveling. Gregory Linn, independent travel consultant, thank you very much for being our guest today.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching. Do make sure to keep clicking back on the Dukascopy TV website for latest updates and exclusive interviews. Have a great day and see you next time.